Hey traders, how's it going? This is Ruben and welcome to Financial United. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the second episode in the Foundation series. This episode is going to encompass what is the trade plan. Now, a trade plan might be a mix of both psychology and risk management, but it is an important part of your plan because this is what's going to be written down for you to take. What I mean by this is going to be something that you're going to need to have written down in either a notepad, on your TV chart if you use it, or somewhere near you that you're always going to be able to be using and going to be able to go down the list and take off if it meets your plan or not. Me personally, I put everything on my trading view and then I can see the rules before I enter a trade to see if it meets my plan or not. How you go about that is your personal preference, but you need to have it written down. First off is going to be pairs. You need to have a selection of pairs that you're going to be using. Now, some people recommend just sticking to one pair. This is what I'm currently doing. I'm solely focusing on EU right now. However, in my previous strategy, I traded up to 4 pairs and consider expanding to 5. So whatever the case might be, you just need to have a set amount of pairs that you're going to trade because too many pairs might just split your attention a little bit too much. Next up is going to be the session. What session are you going to trade? Now for me personally, for now, due to my time zone, the best time for me to trade is London. Now you might pick another time zone, New York or the Asian session, and that's perfectly fine. However, there's something to keep in mind. I don't know about your personal case, but for me personally, I got into trading because I did not want to have a 9 to 5. So I could trade all 3 sessions. However, that would be no different than having a 9 to 5 that just pays really well. Now, most of us got into trading to be able to spend more time with our family and friends. So by trading all sessions, we kind of take that away since we need to be at a computer. Just something to keep in mind. Next is time frames. What time frame are you going to trade? Give me an example. For me, previous community, it was only based on the 1 hour time frame. I did not look at any higher or lower time frames off of that. Now that I'm trading smart money concepts, that has changed. I have picked out 3 time frames, which is the 4 hour, 15 minute, and the 1. You should have a similar rule set to this. Which time frames are you going to use? If you're going to pick a daily, that's fine. 4 hour, perfect. But stick to those time frames so you can get used to how the price action moves there. You're not jumping around between different time frames and getting different confluences. Usually, a good higher time frame, medium time frame, and lower time frame work best for smart money concepts. The next one is going to be a bit general. It's going to be the rules for entry. Now, this is going to be your bread and butter. These are going to be the kind of setups that you're going to be looking for. These are things that you need to have well written out because if you don't have a trade plan, then you're not really trading with an age. You're just trading to see what happens. And that's fine when you're back testing. But when you're in a live environment, you need to have clear rules so that you can actually see the results play out over a large sample size. The last one is going to be scaling. So scaling involves a bit of risk management, but it's also part of your trade plan. Because like we said in the last video, you don't want to risk more than 1% of your account at any given time. In my previous community, we did not scale in until our first position was riding above break even. So that way, no matter how many scalings that we had, we always were risking 1%. Now, smart money concepts, that's going to be something that I'm still exploring. Personally, right now, it just seems that once I reach a certain threshold and I take my risk off the first one, I'm willing to scale in. But that's something that I haven't quite yet decided. The thing about the scaling is that it lets you have double the position size without risking more than the intended amount. So for example, if you enter along on EU and that position is running 3% and you enter a scale in and say it goes up another 3%, well, now you have the 6% from the original, and you have another 3% from the second entry, for a total of 9%. As you guys can see, as you go up more scale-ins, the price that you started with originally starts multiplying from the point that you enter on the second, third, or fourth position. However, you need to be careful with that one. So just make sure that your risk is covered before you scale in, because you don't want to run into the situation where you're going 3-4 scale-ins and they all turn around and now you lost 4% when you only intended to risk 1%. All right, traders, I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you like the content, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you guys can see when the third and last episode of this mini-series drops. Until next time, trade safe.